to adjust parameters. All right, focus on this house. All right, that house is gone. Hope nobody was in that house, and keep moving it. All right, set the next parameter. Set the next parameter. All right, focus on this house for this minute, this much time, and focus on this house for this much time, and they just one after another, one after another. All right, let's bounce over here because people will be confused that it's all happening on this end and nothing's happening over here. So let's focus on that a little bit, and then we'll come back to this area and then burn the rest of the houses. And maybe some of those people get out of there so we're not killing so many people. And we got back. We don't care about karma, but it's going to maybe there's karma. I don't know. So the Satanists said that we were going to be okay, though. All right. So don't worry about it. Inducing thermal effects. Penetration of microwaves. When directed at a target, microwaves penetrate the skin to a certain depth where they interact with water molecules. So just like you saw how that fence was crispified and melted, the same thing happens to the body. All right, so we saw that in Lahaina where people were trying to run and half their bodies were cooked beyond belief and the other half was normal. And we saw that with animals. We saw that with a frog. We saw a frog that was like leaping in the air and obviously got caught in the beam. And internally, everything was gone. Externally, it was like a crisp crust of a frog that was leaping in air. And they got that. So they found that frog. Wow. And they found human beings that were completely crispified on one side. And they found human beings in some of these cars. In a back seat of a car, in the front seat, everything, the basically the engine block was gone, the front wheels, the metal, the brake pads and the front wheels were melted, and pools of that were down the road. And then in the back seat, where everything else was pretty much perfect, there was a crispified human being, a child, right? What the heck? Are you kidding me? We see all this evidence and nothing's done about it? Come on. All right. So we'll keep talking about this. We'll keep bringing this information up. And maybe at some point, enough of you will get pissed off and we'll get focused and start to kick some ass. I don't know. We'll see. All right. But we have to work together. We can't be separated. We can't be like you got half the population's like, it was a forest fire. And then the other half is like, damn, they use lasers on that son of a bitch. And then you have a little percentage of people that are like, I believe in Kiribati. So we got all these people that are all over the place, all over the map. We're not coordinated. We're not focused. And that's how they can like basically kill us. That's how they kill us. All right. That's how they burn our homes with us in them, or our cars with us in them. All right. Just like the Paradise Fire. All right. People were like racing out of the Paradise Fire and they were burned alive in their cars. They're on the road racing away from the Paradise Fires. They're nowhere around the Paradise Fires, but I guess they're like no escaping. So they burn people to crisp in their cars. What the hell? These people are like evil beyond belief. And we all know this. Well, not all of us, I guess, but many of us, we've been pointing this stuff out for a while. So I'm just kind of like, pretty crazy about it right now because I actually saw it firsthand, right? Not while it was happening, of course, but I don't know, probably wouldn't let me get away. Hidden dangers in Lahaina. What Maui wildfire survivors' bodies reveal about toxic exposure. University of Hawaii research link. All right, so again, we had, the military comes in, the government, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers reported in 2024 that it removed more than 400,000 tons of debris and sampled soil from cleared properties to ensure safety. It's all good. It's all good. Come on back. Come on back, they said. All right. Residents voiced concerns after lingering dust and ash. All right. Maria Lenz, a Lahaina resident and program manager with Hawaii Community Lending, said she has continued to worry about the safety of her home environment. I am terrified about the health impacts and the future for everyone in Lahaina. To this day, the dust that comes in isn't the same. The dust now is black. It used to be red, like that volcanic tuft. And now it's black from the lasered, buildings, right? So University of Hawaii has reported that Maui wildfire survivors living or working in the fire damaged areas of Lahaina show higher signs of long-term toxin exposure. We will start to see the same thing in the California burn areas. All right. We've been seeing them. All right. So now we're going to start to see them in this new batch because people are going to go in there and they're going to get exposed and they're going to have these problems, but they're going to like bury it. They're not going to put one and one together. It makes two. Right. It's like it makes three. One and one makes three. All right. Preliminary study findings and health impacts, according to Juarez, about 20% of participants showed elevated levels of harmful metals such as arsenic and nickel. Many of those affected have been living or working in the burn zone during the study period. Participants with higher toxin levels displayed reduced lung function, elevated blood pressure, and worse mental health compared with other survivors. So we will see the same thing in the more recent burn areas in California as people start to move back. And those workers that are involved in building those homes, they're going to get it really soon, right? It's really soon. Maui wildfire survivors show signs of toxic exposure. So like we talked about, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers said it removed all that stuff. So they lied. They lie. They lied the same thing everywhere. So again, those generals, like I'm telling you guys, they send their men in, go clean while they sit back and stay out of the harmful area. They'll drive around in their cars like, good job, guys. All right. And then get the hell out of there. That's a toxic area. I was told to stay away, but I got to like show up sometime. Right. So I'll do a lot of detoxing, right? Ay. And can you survive by detoxing daily in an environment like that? I wouldn't want to try it. I wouldn't do it. All right, so I looked up radiation levels in Pacific Palisades. Sorry, no relevant information was found in our search, said AI. It's not in there, never will be. All right. It's programmed. There's programmed what to search. Now, is there a way that, someone could come and save us? Because that's what we all believe. Someone's going to come save us. All right. We just keep, eating the popcorn and hoping that someone's going to save us. All right. Yes. You watch the movie, you learn, and then you get active. That's the way this got to work. Let's see.
Let's bring in LA Mayor candidate Spencer Pratt. Spencer, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's an honor, truly. I wanted to start by asking you about Gavin Newsom, who has chosen to endorse Karen Bass, citing an 18% decline in homelessness, dropping violent crime, and a stellar record, I guess, Miles Newsom.
That must be breaking news because I had not heard that. But it's not shocking because they're alleged criminal partners.
Oh, did he say the word? Oh, did he say the word? They are criminals. Whoa. Is there maybe some hope someone will step up and say something?
Not only did they work together in their negligence in burning down 7,000 houses and 12 people alive, but they're both complicit in laundering $24 billion to actually increase homelessness. Newsom and Karen Bass make up stats. Those are not real numbers. Anybody with eyeballs in the state of California or Los Angeles knows that there has not been a reduction in one homeless person. Actually, there's been an increase of naked drug addict zombies in front of every kid's playground, every kid's school, every coffee shop. So that is, of course, because they both should be in jail together for I personally believe what they did to the Palisades is criminal negligence.
Criminals. They're criminals. How about that? So if he gets in office, do you think he's going to do a criminal investigation? You already said he is. He's going to do a criminal investigation. How about that? Now, what do you think the odds are that he gets in there, starts his criminal investigation, and nothing happens, right? They're very good at the people don't support him and get behind him. Now, if they get behind him and demand as a group, not as Republicans, not as Democrats, not as independents, but as a group, as people wanting to live and work and play in a safe environment. If they work together, yes, they can accomplish this. If they are, as they try and do, separated and at odds with each other and fight each other. See why they do that? See why they do that?
So they need to cover for each other so they don't end up in jail for letting 12 people burn alive from their negligence.
Yeah, other real numbers, and this comes from the chief auditor. It's the financial watchdog for the mayor. The city administrative officer said $418 million has been spent on homelessness per year. Only 10% of that went to getting people permanently off the streets. And a watchdog says we can't even begin to calculate the total fraud in Karen Bass's homeless program. Are you committed to rooting fraud out of the system?
Let's go back to these numbers. They just pick a day and they have volunteers and they drive around and they go 1, 2, 3. It's insane. Even that number is made up. The Rand Corporation says that even their not accurate number is 30.
All right. So they have to put these people that are manipulatable into positions of power so they can get away with their criminal activity, so they can steal from us, so that they can. Pacific Palisades, how much damage do you think happened there? So they're saying, hey, it's a $15 million cover that's not working. So we're gonna get a better cover. It just keeps failing. We want you guys to have safe drinking water. Don't you want safe drinking water? And the residents are like, F that. Whoa. Put the water in there so that we can have water in case there's another fire. All right. So that's what they want. All right. But hey, this is the government. The government's going to tell us what is going to happen. Right. We don't get to do that. We don't get that ability. The government knows better. All right. So Spencer Prass blasts Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom as alleged criminal partners complicit in 12 deaths from Palisades fire. Let's start the investigation. All right. Let's start the investigation. All right. It's very simple. They didn't have water available. Karen Bass was like in Ghana, drinking. There's people dying and homes are being burned, and we're going to make a lot of money off this. Like Gavin Newsom, remember he was dancing. He's like, we're going to get investors come in, and we're going to they're going to buy that stuff, and we're going to make some money. It's going to be good. Remember dancing like several days after people got burned out of their homes. Remember that? I do, and I don't even live there. All right. So LA's fire. Give me an estimate of how much was burned. So they're bitching about a $15 million cover. How much do you think was lost in just the Palisades fire? How much? Come on. Throw a number out there. Throw a number. Anybody. Throw a number. Give me something. Don't be looking it up. I know you guys are like looking. Look, it's this much. It's like, you looked, didn't you? You cheated. Just throw something out there off the top of your head. What is it? Come on. Come on. Come on, Georgia King. Just throw me something. Trillions. Nah, that's all right. You guessed. That's cool. All right. Trillions, yeah. Probably, long term in healthcare cost and, all the other homes that are going to be built, and they'll have to be torn down eventually too, because they'll find out, it's so toxic. More than $1. Nancy, good guess. All right. Yes, you're right. All right. High. We got a high number and we got a low number. So what is it? All right. You guys are fun. E. All right. LA's Palisades fire caused over $50 billion in home damages. All right. And this was almost a year ago. So I don't know if that's a correct number. Maybe they have a better number now. Maybe it's less, maybe it's more. But I don't know. I mean, all the cars, did they include the cars? So it says home damage. So how about cars that were burned? Did we get that number too? Because look at that. There's a lot of cars that burned. That's probably up there in the $1 billion range too, I bet. Because these people, were on the higher end. These were multi-million-dollar homes. So they probably had a pretty high speed car, right? I don't know, $100,000 cars. So you got, hundreds, thousands. 7,200 homes were destroyed, or 11,000 residential properties, 11,000. So let's say 2 cars per property, right? That's usually kind of the way it works. Wow, that's like 22,000 cars. Right? That's got to be in the billions too. So wow. So and then I don't know, people's personal effects. Maybe that was up there. Some of these people, have multi-million-dollar homes. They got $1 million worth of furniture and appliances and all that stuff, right? So did they count that? So I don't know. You could be close, Georgia King. Trillions, right? Could be. All right. So it's amazing. So here it is. Palisades reservoir is dry once again, right? There you go. All right, so this was not so long ago. Palisades reservoir that was empty during fire is dry again. How about that? Residents aren't happy about it. Why? Right? They just don't have the right covering to keep the water safe for drinking. Why would they be unhappy? All right, so I was a little bit off. I said it was around 15 million. It's actually 19.5. But we're talking like billions, trillions of dollars, right, of property damage, loss of life, cars, personal effects, furniture. Let's just throw that out there. The trillion. It's a trillion, right? So we're regardless of what it is, it's not too much less than, I don't know, 50 billion, all right, which is the home price. So let's kind of like throw around 100 billion, all right, 100 billion. So you're sweating a $20 million floating cover. You're sweating that, all right. You got a problem with that? It won't fit. It keeps breaking up, and it won't cover it, and it's not perfect. And we saw a little dust got in once, so we're just gonna just not do it, all right? So, who made that decision? Let's go ahead and bring that person forward, and they can be the first person in the trial, right? So that'll be fun. Warm weather and wildfire season is ahead. All right. So most of the day here, up until about, I don't know, 11:30, I was noticing it was foggy, misty, and LA is like, during this time frame has lots of fog, so it's nice and cool. But soon there won't be any fog, and it'll just be lots of heat, kind of like a microwave, right? And it's going to get really hot, and I don't know, probably more fires will start, because I saw some areas that are kind of old here in LA, probably need to be refurbished. So I don't know if Karen Bass wins today and Gavin Newsom stays in office a little bit longer. I don't know. Maybe during the summertime they'll like clean some other areas out, right? Direct energy weapons. So they're pretty good at that here in LA and in California. They figured out, the process of basically burning people out of their homes, burning people alive, destroying their properties, and no one does anything about it. So what do you think happens when criminals do criminal stuff? They keep doing criminal stuff, right? So I don't know. It was very, very wet this year up until this point. And I think we could see, some fires because that's the way they do this. Water comes down, waters the plants spring up and they go, oh, look, I'm going to get big. Right? And then during the summer, they dry out. And then it's like the criminals are like, all right, there we go. We got lots of fuel. Of course, they wouldn't burn a porcelain sink, but we can just burn that, and everybody gets scared, fearful, and it's like, and then start burning houses, right? And we'll just clear this area out, and then we'll raise the property taxes after all those people are killed or burned out, and it'll work out really good because we're criminals. We got to have more money, right? We got to do what criminals do. Kill people, burn their property, take their property, raise their taxes, and no one's going to do anything about it, right? Even though Mike Jaco's out there telling everybody what's going on, they don't care. They don't care. We just let them talk. It's kind of fun for us because he's telling them what we're doing, and they're doing nothing. It's so funny. It's so funny. They laugh at us because you guys don't get involved. All right. Stay in low vibration. Don't get pissed off because that's what they want. And they want us to be pissed off and angry and not get involved and not work together. So get focused. Get focused. It's time to put these criminals away and burn them alive with direct energy weapons like they're burning us alive, right?